Stay To MechWarriors and welcome to the start of a brand new campaign. That's right, the adventures of Rippers, Rumblers, and the Black Sheep Squadron have come to an end, as has our BattleTech journey for the next little while. Urban Warfare dropped yesterday, bringing with it new mechs, new biomes, new mission types. It's going to be glorious, and because we want to experience all of that as soon as possible, you the viewer, yes, you the viewer, and those in Discord end up voting not overwhelmingly, but very closely in favor of playing Urban Warfare the moment it came out. Also, add to the fact that the next version of BattleTech will have broken saves, we may as well experience and sort of remember what vanilla was like, especially now that Urban Warfare has dropped. So with that in mind, allow us to begin the campaigns of Ma, also known as callsign Casper. So if you want to go through the entirety of building a character from the ground up, we have an episode 0 way back from season 1, highly suggest that you check it out. It's a very interesting campaign. We went through the storyline. I did all kinds of crazy voices, which we will probably continue to do throughout this entire series. But yes, indeed. So, we have determined that for our origin, we don't generally go for the perfect stats. What we try and aim for is an interesting story concept, something that's going to be fun to sort of semi keep in the back of mind as we sort of role play through things, to sort of remember what sort of character we had. And because of that, I decided that we began in the Draconis Combine. I happen to be a bit of a fan of the Draconis Combine. I'm not sure if people actually know that, but I kind of do like their stuff. I'm Davian through and through when I normally do anything serious, but the Draconis Combine is a fun little diversion to play through, and I've kind of wanted to have done one, but I never quite felt it was the right time to try it. But today we shall be beginning with a character from the Draconis Combine, House Kurita, former Scion, and once again we're coming back to one of my favorite backgrounds, the Betrayed background. The Betrayal background just gives you so much opportunities to sort of spin your own story, and I absolutely adore it, and so we're going to come back to it because it's a lot of fun. And because we're Draconis Combine, well, Inner Sphere Mercenary doesn't quite work, since the Draconis Combine does not allow Inner Sphere Mercenaries, so clearly, by being betrayed, we were run out of the Draconis Combine and became a mercenary, have to be sort of rebellious. And so that'll be the story of Meihui Casper Ma. That'll give us a Gunnery 3, a Piloting 2, a Tactics 3, and a Guts 3, with our pronouns, of course, being she. So let's lock that in. A mercenary's career. You have everything an industrious mercenary commander could ever want. A crew of talented misfits, a lance of ancient battle mechs, and a derelict cargo ship to call home. It's one thing to finish a mission in one piece, more or less, but it's another to keep your mech wearers happy and healthy, your mechs patched up and ready for action, and your balance sheet firmly in the black. As the rumors of another war of succession intensify, the Mercenary Review Board announces new evaluation protocols to assess the mercenary companies of the periphery with a score. That's right, we're beginning a career mode. We have 1,200 days to get as far as we possibly can. Now, are we going to play for maximum super high-tech awesome score? No. That is not our style. We are not super mega score attack players. We play for the fun of it, to explore what the game has to offer, and just sort of experience all of the cool stuff. So while we will keep this somewhat in the back of our mind, when BattleTech drops, we will be moving on to that. But we have 1,200 days remaining at this point. We are currently Casper's Marauders, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense if I'm completely honest to you, because, well, the Marauders are Voodoo's Marauders and, every other standard company. So I'm going to quickly customize this just because I am a fan of alliteration, and we started with a C name. We are Casper's Cohort, and if we want to change that in the future, that is absolutely on the table. If the audience comes up with a fantastic idea, if you, the people, come up with something, throw it in the comments down below, and we will maybe change to it if it's cool enough. That's how we got most of our other names. Pretty much we just ended up polling the Discord and the comment section, and they ended up coming with awesome stuff every time. Alright, let's go check out the mech base to see what it is we're doing. Why? Because I like mechs. And, okay, this is an interesting one. So we played with the random start. At least I think I did. Did I forget to set that? That would be a problem. In any event, we have a Blackjack BJ1, an Enforcer 4R, a Panther 9R, and 2 Commando 1Bs. So if this is not the random lance, then that is unfortunate. But, yeah, this ought to be interesting. So we have a 45, a 50, a 35, and 2 25-ton mechs, which is not great. Okay, so we've had better starts before. The Blackjack BJ1, solid, reliable. We know that it can work pretty well. We'll probably end up ripping off the jump jets in order to just sort of handle the heat a little bit better, because it is a bit of a cooker. The Enforcer 4R is large laser, AC-10, small laser. On top of that, small laser is mostly useless, but again, lots of jump jets, which could be lots of use. The 9R, same deal, jump jets, except this one's back at a PPC and an SRM-4, and the Commando is the large laser, medium laser SRM2 combo with no other sort of additional stuff. We're just going to do a quick check of the refit screen, see if there's any other stuff that we happen to have in storage. We do not. So what we have is what we have. And we have also 980,000 C-bills with which to make things what we have. Let's do a quick check of engineering. Check out Farah. Now, unlike RogueTech, which we were very common on, I'll try and keep the comparisons to an absolute minimum. We do not need to immediately blitz Mech Bay 2. We're not going to be able to repair more than one mech at a time, so that's not really a huge problem. And we also started a morale of 25. Holy crap, that's pretty awesome. Alright, so what do we need to make our stuff? Well, I think I do want to grab repair scaffolding just for the +2 tech. What would Mech Bay 2 give me? +3 tech points. In order to get that, I need enhanced conduits, don't I? Yeah, I need repair conduits. It'll cost me 900,000, which is a heck of a steep price, and this gives me nothing. In the short term, we're going to pick up repair scaffolding just to get a little bit of additional repair and refit on the way. BattleTech Vanilla does not penalize you quite as badly for damage, but it's still a good idea to have it. Let's go check out our brand new pilots. We have, of course, Casper, who for once is at the top because we had a name that was alphabetically quite high on the list. And, ooh, what shall we take? It has been quite some time since I've looked at the vanilla track tree, and I don't quite even remember what's in it. So I'm not going to do the normal 1, 2 in each category, also partially because we start with fewer people. But we have Casper, of course, us. Peace. Oh god, is this going to be another pacifist? We have problems with pacifists. We have Range Bull. Not quite Red Bull, although he does have a red beard going with him. Also no experience. Reach. Also no experience. And he's slightly more experienced, though. Reach, do you have any special abilities? No, he's still a rank recruit. And River as our last one. So a nice little combination of people, no pilots that I've ever seen before. So that's always a lovely thing when it comes about. We do have 1,800 experience to spend. All right, let's go check out a couple of things. Passive, MechWarrior. Mechs piloted by this MechWarrior gain 1 bonus evasion charge after moving, can exceed maximum movement. If the move is not a sprint, jump, or charge to melee. You can charge to melee now? Ooh, that would be very, very fun. The mech also gains entrenched stability reduction. Interesting. Guts tree brings us bulwark. Passive, covering guarded states both provide 40% damage reduction rather than 20%. Covering guarded together provides 60%. And coolant vent allows me to shed 50 heat. For the next 3 rounds, you will gain an extra 5 heat. There is a cooldown of 4 turns in total. Sensor lock, which I don't think has changed ever. So target sensor lock with Evade to the end of the current round. Remove 2 pips of evasion. Also gains +2 sensors impaired effect. Interesting. Okay, so it's kind of aggressive, it seems. And then, of course, multi-target, which just allows you to shoot multiple things. The top skill for gunnery is Breaching Shot, which single attacks will penetrate, cover, and guarded, which, by the way, combine this with multi-shot, it counts it on a per-target basis. So if you have 3 weapons and you target 3 different people, it will Breaching Shot all 3 of them, which is a lot of fun. Then we have Ace Pilot. A mech piloted by this MechWarrior can move after shooting if it has not yet moved. So shoot and scoot, a lot of fun because it allows you to get around the penalty for moving and shooting, although being so far down the tech tree might make that just a little bit more difficult to get. Heat Vent, of course, and then Master Tactician, +1 initiative and remove 1 bar of stability damage when reserving. That could be quite interesting, but I'm a gunner, heart and soul. Unfortunately, I can't quite get to it. What would I be getting if I went up here? Unsteady threshold. I need gunnery. Gots to have it. Guts would give me +1 health, which I don't need because we're invulnerable. And -1 indirect fire penalty. We're in a blackjack. We're not going to need it. So let's give ourselves piloting. That'll give us up to a 4th triple 3s. And that'll be good. We're the only one who has any experience. Nice job there. And where are we, by the way? Just out of curiosity. I doubt we started on Galatia. We are on Ilyushin in the Turian Concordant. Let's go check out the map. So it's not quite as huge as RogueTech, which allows you to, brand new stuff. Trade Assembly Constar is proud to announce the updated MERCnet star map interface. 1, biome features, see what kind of biomes. 2 is difficulty targets. 3 is extended coverage. Now with 50 more destination systems rich with potential conflict. Okay, lots of fun stuff about sorting through the map. So let's just zoom out a little bit. The map. This small slice of the galaxy will be our home for the next 1,200 days. And as we can see, we have Magistracy of Canopus over here in the corner, the Free Worlds League up here, the Capellan Confederation, the Davians, as well as, what are you? The Urbano Restoration. Look at all the great work that we did. Way back, Voodoo's Marauders. they managed to secure House Arano, and then of course destroying Concordant, which we're in. I've also been told that there is a Steiner colony somewhere around here, although I don't know where. But that will probably be something that we won't really worry about. All right, so we are currently on the planet of Illusion. It is a half-skull mission, which is perfect for us because we are just starting out a brand new fresh-faced company. All right, we've got our engineering all set up. I believe we have located our mechs, and there's nothing that we can modify on them unless we wanted to rip things off and put them all together. We've checked out our pilots and experienced all that, so that just means the only thing left to do is the command center. So let's go check out the contracts. So loading up onto Comstar MercNet with our brand new contract, we're about to have some fun as it prepares to sort through all the possible contract options that it can possibly give us. After all, it's a brand new campaign and we need to discover things from the beginning, and here it is, the contract screen. All right, payroll, seizure, hostile acquisitions, bodyguards, nosy neighbors, beefed up security, trap sprung, and burden of proof. Trap sprung is a 2 of 10. Can I get something a little bit better? We want a straight up battle if at all possible. Battles are great, battles are fun because you basically murder everything, although 2 of 10 might be the best we can get. If we want better than that, we're gonna have to ambush a convoy or do a recovery mission for a half skull. I'm not super on board with that. We will do payroll seizure to start with and probably hostile acquisitions to go into that. And so let's work for the Dadians against the pirates. I love it. We're of course going to take it for maximum salvage. We have 220,000 per month that we're spending and we've got 710,000. So let's rock and roll. All right, first things first, we need, of course, the Enforcer, the Blackjack, a Panther, and then one of our 2 identical commandos. Casper will drive, well, the Enforcer. Eventually, we'll probably try and get her a dragon, because she does, of course, hail from the Draconis Combine. River runs through it. Peace, maybe not. Range Bull. Blackjack, definitely in the range bull in the blackjack because range is in the name. Reach Panther because of PPC, it's going out to reach and touch you. River or Peace, well, River's a better tactician, so let's grab her. And so, all right, River in the Commando, Reach in the Panther, Range Bull in the Blackjack, and Casper in the Enforcer. 4-4-3-3 for our initiative. Haskell mission, dropping down into the desert. Working for the hoity-toity Davians on this one, which is kind of ironic because we're from the Draconis Combine. Maybe they won't find out we're working for their basically sworn enemies for a very long time. We can help and pray. So things are going to be a lot different from Rogue Tech. If you come here from Rogue Tech, I'm going to try and not talk too much about Rogue Tech for obvious reasons. It's time to get cracking back on the vanilla campaign. If you're new to vanilla, I'll try and explain some concepts as we go through them. If you ever get lost or stuck, please throw something in the comments. I will try and answer it as soon as I possibly can. But payroll seizure. We've located the secure facility where the local pirate organization stores its payroll before distributing it to local forces. We believe that we could put that payroll to better use. We'd like to hire you to hit the facility and steal the payroll. It will be well defended, and there is a bonus if you should eliminate all the defenders. We'll be getting paid 6,500 C-bills, 3 of 14 priority salvage on a half-skull mission. Personally, I'm not above a simple robbery to pay the bills, Chimera, so let's rock and roll. Our first mission of a brand new campaign, brand new pilots. The mechs have that new mech smell, although they shouldn't because technically they did describe them as all being ancient mechs. So there is that. Alright, oh, we have our little flag icon, which probably needs to change. So let's go look around the place. It just feels like a little bit of a slurred camera. So the payroll seizure need to get all the way over there, so we do need to climb quite a bit of territory. Luckily, we have quite a few mechs that can jump quite far. So with that in mind, let's send River out ahead. We may as well. We could reserve to the bottom, but I don't really see the point. So zip that on forward, and we have an enemy contact. Of course we do. Right off the bat, the enemy has been located, and we see them. They are, in fact, an unknown vehicle. So we need to, of course, gain a line of sight on them so that we can actually go shooting at them. So let's run relatively quickly through the forest. That'll give us some protection alongside that one. Sprinting on through. The game seems to run very smoothly, I'm noticing, which is quite nice. So we've got everybody moving forward, put ourselves inside the forest for a little bit of extra defense. So the vehicle is moving on 3, which means it's equivalent to a medium mech. We don't really know much else about it, so that can make things a little bit different. We are, of course, going to reserve down because at the moment, our commando is sitting on a whole ton of evasion, and we don't really need to worry about all that much besides that. So the vehicle has maneuvered into a position close to us. Let's send in River, see if we can't gain a line of sight on it. Looks like we might be able to. Not really clear why it's showing it as masked. Oh, do we just not? No, we just don't see it back up to us. So we are now on top of it. Is a galleon light tank, so a medium laser and 2 smalls. Doesn't have all that much armor at the moment because, well, we're early on and it is probably ramshackle. So we're going to keep the sprint on moving. We'll just try and get everybody more or less up there. Could I get a shot if I maneuvered backwards? I could not. So we'll just keep people running forward. Get things going as quickly as possible. And the one thing, of course, to remember that we can only run, we cannot run and shoot at the same time. A limitation that we must recall. It is the enemy turn. Let's see what they want to do. Are any other enemies out there? There are. We have another unknown vehicle, which is opening fire on the Commando. Commando's not exactly known for being tough. And we took a hit. 2 hits, 3 hits, -1 evasion. Getting shot at immediately drops 1 pip of evasion off of you. So if you start to get overwhelmed, do something quickly, because otherwise you're going to have a bad day. River can deal 35 damage, but against vehicles, when you stop, damage is doubled. So, if we were to stop on the side of him, we would murder him. If we were to stop on the front of him, we would murder him. Vehicles, somewhat squishy in this version of the game. 95% chance to hit, because it does ignore evasion. How many pips of evasion would I actually be looking at if I moved that far? None. Wait, is that true? Yes, that is indeed true. So, we will have to maneuver here, which might put the enemy to our back. But if we cut off their line of sight, then they can't shoot. So, stomp and gone. The humble Commando, very capable of annihilating vehicles in the right circumstances. And we are a little bit closer to them. We have an unknown tank up here. Not sure what it is, but we are about to find out. And I'm wondering if payrolls only have 2 defenders, because if that's the point, then I may have made a tragic mistake in attempting to take this one for stuff. So we're going to run this tank up, this mech up at full throttle, get ourselves on the way, and that way we can hopefully take care of everything that might come our way. Enemy turn on 2, so it is a heavy, technically, and let's see what it wants to do. Absolutely nothing, that's lovely. I don't want to get the Commando too far forward. That would be a recipe for disaster, but what I can do is I can jump forward. It makes me a little bit less accurate using our Panther's jump jets. They're designed exactly for this. SRM-6, LRM-10, it is a striker. We can lob quite a bit of firepower his way, so let's go send it. Oh, took him right out, just in a single salvo of his PPC, and his SRM-4 got involved as well, but really it was the PPC. So now we may sprint on forward, see if anybody else shows up on sensors. Doesn't look like it. We may have dealt with all the opposition. So payrolls, gotta remember, unless you're taking a very, very high level, probably just take it for cash. Because at the end of the day, there's probably not going to be any actual enemies to fight. And it does indeed look to be that way. So we will be maneuvering on to another mission very shortly. So just get everybody forward, and then step on base, target zone. Alright, hold the location until the payroll chests can be seized. We'll just get ourselves forward. Just try and maneuver ourselves around here so that we can be all in one location should reinforcements magically show up. And they did not. Sumire comes down for the pickup, and we are out of here. Only made 6,500 C-bills. We've made a whole bunch of parts. Unfortunately, there's probably not that many parts to steal. So nobody took any damage. Oh, wait, no, we took a very slight amount of damage on the Commando, right? Yeah, just barely any damage. Just a couple of minor missile hits. And yeah, we're going to be getting all of this. So grab, because it's 3 of 13 priority salvage. Yeah. So, you will receive up to 4 additional pieces. Oh, so, wait, what? I thought we were taking them for like 3 or 14 or something like that. Oh, well, in any case, we may as well just set it up like this, because that'll work out for me. Oh, we did grab everything. Lucky for us. So 7 items in total, a little bit less than ideal. We probably should have realized that on our own, but we did kind of want to be somewhat aggressive on this because we wanted salvage, because we want to build mechs as fast as possible. And one of the ways you do that is you, well, take missions for salvage so that you can kill mechs as fast as possible. But we will keep that in mind, because it really does seem, in the few times that we've had a payroll mission, they've always only been against 2 opponents, so we may as well take them for that. Now, we don't need to worry about fatigue in this version of the game, so our MechWarriors are ready to turn around immediately and start getting onto another fight. I will grab, do I want guts or piloting? I want piloting. So that will get us up to our unsteady base threshold, which will be nice. Peace is good. You're good. Oh, you peace is Yeah. So Range Bull needs his gunnery stats because he's going to be sitting in the back. He's going to be lobbing fire. Might be a good idea to try and go down Guts for everybody until Guts 4 just to make sure that we can get there. But if I can get gunnery 3 on everybody, that would be ideal. Then we've got gunnery there. So piloting for the base melee chance, because the next mission that we're going to be taking, well, we're going to be stomping on things because we did say in advance that we were going to be doing hostile acquisitions through 14 priority salvage. We're going to again take this one, and it is in the tundra, which means our mechs, which are fairly hot, well, we can burn quite nicely. So Peace is going to hang in the back with her commando, and once again, River Commando, Reach in the Panther, Range Bull in the Blackjack, and Casper in the Enforcer. Maybe this time we'll actually be able to shoot the enemy. Hopefully we won't get shot back too badly. Otherwise things could get ugly. After all, it's very early in the campaign. You really can't afford to start losing anything too much, especially not one of our mediums. 45 and a 50 tonner. And a 35 and 225 tonners. Well, the commandos we need to replace as soon as possible, but at least we're not paying salvage on it. Anyway, hostile acquisitions. A pirate convoy regularly transports rare minerals through this region. Our agents have acquired the convoy's travel plans, and so you can ambush the convoy. We do not require that you recover the minerals. We just want to keep them out of the enemy's hands. Very selfish of them. 29,400 sea bills, 3 of 14 priority salvage at a single skull mission. So let's go stomp on a whole bunch of trucks. So we're all set and ready to rock and or roll. Stop the convoy is over here. Intercept the convoy over here. Okay, that seems to be quite close to where things are. So, do we get things underway going this way or this way? That is the true question of the ages. We can go right up this. Lovely. So we'll sprint down up here, unless you have jump jets, in which case you're going to go bouncing up here. We may as well get underway as fast as possible. Range Bull can't quite make it. So we'll try and avoid triggering things before Range Bull can make a leap. Oh, wait. Good enough. So what do we got here? Nothing as of yet. Intercept the convoy. So they are probably coming down from up here. They're maneuvering in this direction. If we're quick enough, we can stomp on everybody before anybody knows what's about to happen. Guarantees? No, not likely, but still, we're going to give it a shot as quick as possible. Hopefully they're way back. Oh, we got them on sensors. And we have located the first unknown mech. We will, of course, sprint forward and... Well, not sprint forward. We will walk forward to blast them. It is a scout mech, so the commando can go take a peek. And the commando will, of course, maneuver into cover in order to protect themselves a little bit. Aha! We have located a locust, another unknown mech, and another unknown mech. Lovely. So the locust shouldn't be too dangerous, one would hope, although we're not going to be particularly accurate with this one. Blaze away with all the weapons. Large laser, medium laser, and a pair of missiles which did not connect. But it did take away 1 pip of his evasion, so it'll be slightly easier to hit. Unfortunately, he will probably be moving now, so we won't be able to get the follow-up on that one. So Locust maneuvering slightly off to the side. That will not be very evasive at all. Locust appears to have quite a bit of missile firepower. So that's, yep, Locust 1M. Reach, you should have a pretty simple time shooting this guy. I would like to maneuver into tree cover if at all possible. 70% on that. If I just get a single good hit, that should shatter this mech entirely. So fire away. Ooh, tore his leg clean off. That's exactly what we want. If we follow up and manage to blow off the other leg, we can get two locust parts. And while a locust ain't exactly a great mech, you still want to collect mechs as much as you can. Unknown mech maneuvering on it. It is like another locust 1M. These are tailor-made practically to be able to hunt us pretty good because we are not particularly well capable of evading that many missiles. So we'll have to deal with these people as fast as possible. Once we get our heavier mechs on the field, that should help turn the tide. But we do, of course, need to be very careful with our commando. And another locust 1M. So we're getting attacked by the bug catchers out here. This commando taking a lot of punishment. It's going to be unsteady moving forward, so that's going to be very unfortunate. It means that it can only walk, which is a bit of a problem. So we're going to have to hopefully shatter the enemy in short order. So what do we got here? 55s. Ooh, we need to get a lot closer than that. How far can I jump? Because I want to be able to use much more heavy weapons. 50%, 30%, 70%. Ooh, so it doesn't really matter. We're just going to have to walk it then. We can take the shots down there. It probably might be a good idea, but I kind of rather would knock another mech down. If I did shoot this guy, I do have a chance of completely shattering his leg. Only one autocannon is actually required to do that. So actually putting too much effort into it might be a bit of a mistake. I will focus instead on this locust. So blaze away, both cannons. Hey, we got another leg down. So that's 2 mechs down, thanks to their legs being knocked out, which hopefully will make them even more inaccurate. Both have a single injury on them, probably 3 injuries going here. We got the first of our unknown vehicles. The convoy is arriving. We got to get underway soon so we can take out the enemy before the... Ooh, the galleon is going to shoot the commando. The commando is not evasive and is now starting to tank a lot of damage. A head hit, pilot injured. Ooh, unfortunate. So that's going to put River down for the foreseeable future. I can't sprint to get up here, unfortunately. Do I have a shot with my AC-10? I do, and my large laser. So we will start the walk. After all, if we want to shoot, then we need to scoot. Fire on the leg, see if we can't take it off. If we can... I hit something. Maybe I didn't. I thought I hit. Oh, no damage at all. That is unfortunate. So we got to get this commando out of range because this commando is about to be mobbed by vehicles. Yeah, more incoming fire. 20% damage reduction at the very least, so that does help it a little bit. But the armor is getting mighty thin, especially on that SRM ammo. That could become a very big problem. Another vehicle moving on forward. We got to pull this. Oh, more LRMs. Stop adding on your instabilities. Uh-oh, is that going to be a knockdown? Or are we just on the edge of the threshold? Oh, any more shots is going to knock this thing down. So let's just sort of hope that this one... Nope, it also has LRMs. The commando is going down. That's going to be 2 injuries, and they've exposed the ammo. That's a bit of a problem. I may even eject River. Might be the best solution, because that is going to knock us down a phase. And I've only got 1 mech in the next phase that can hopefully knock people down. That would be Reach. And, ooh, this is an interesting conundrum. 3 mechs allows them to basically abuse a lot of things. So 3 mechs, 4 vehicles. I've got to kill a mech this turn, and I'm still getting shot at by 6 different things. That's unfortunate. Maneuvering to here should help out, though. So we're going to stack up as much evasion as we can. There's no point in staying sort of out of cover. Can I put your leg down, or do I want to put the other one's leg down? I want to put your leg down because it's mostly undamaged. Shatter that if you at all can. Nope, you cored it out. I mean, I suppose that works, but I would prefer to take the stuff intact. So pilot incapacitated. That is a little bit irritating. So the Locust will run forward. That's going to give me a shot at the other downed Locust. And he is opening fire on the Commando. Of course he is. Although the Commando could stand up now. Ooh, we've got 2 enemies that are going to be in this phase. So does River stand up? Or do we shoot? We shoot. Range Bull, I need you forward. And I need you to basically remove this Commando from the equation. Or not Commando, this Locust. Open fire on the legs. Okay, quarter him out. So we got a second one down. They have 1 vehicle that is going to be moving in the medium phase, which is a bit unfortunate because I anticipate... Yeah, it's a galleon. So we're about to get shot at by lots of lasers, and they're going to be able to pick their shots. Call shot center torso. It didn't set anything explosive. Alright, but you're alive, and that's the key. So, nobody else is moving in this phase, so we will be able to move for free. Can't sprint. Well, I could, but I'm not going to. I need to start dealing with this convoy somewhat soon. Who's the more dangerous? Honestly, you probably are. And you're also incredibly thin-skinned. So let me see if I can't take you out. Okay, that's got him. So the escorts are out of commission. We get paid extra for that. For whatever that's going to be worth. We're down to just the convoy. If we can get River out of here, which does look like we might be able to. Ooh, do we get to move after this? Kinda gotta hope for it. Got 20 armor in the back, so... Yeah, the best solution is to show the back. I know that's a terrifying thing to try, but it is truly the best thing. They are going to be able to basically shoot for free through my armor if they have a line of sight, which they may not. Okay, shooting at the Enforcer. Enforcer's lost 1 evasion, but that's okay. We just need to maneuver. Oh, they multi-targeted. Aggressive of them. Splattering a whole bunch of shots over the blackjack. So my 2 heaviest mechs, they are shooting, which is good, because that means that they are not shooting my vulnerable, weak mechs. And if I can get this Commando far enough back, I can actually start using him as sort of a sniper role. So taking a lot of stability damage on this one. They're probably going to focus on the blackjack. I don't think they have enough fire. No, they do not have enough fire to knock it down. Lovely. All right, so one of you moves in phase 2 with me. Is that you? Which one are you? Yeah. The Galleon, I think, moves in that one, and then everybody else is in the stage lower. So we need Panther. Of course, he needs to jump, because that is the only way that we're going to successfully do this. And we will target the Galleon. And I should actually know what phase you move in. Huh. At least I thought I used to. I'm going to target you because I think you're moving next. Oh, come on. He hit the turret. So the turret is like hitting a headshot, which unfortunately will also make it incredibly difficult for us to actually, kill him. So I'm going to run down here. It keeps us out of line of sight. We're going to be heading towards the end. That's where she'll make her stand. But we're going to sort of hope that we don't have to. Okay, the galleon on the move. Probably going to target the blackjack. Yes, of course, because it is a currently vulnerable target. And almost unsteady, but wasn't quite able to do it. We may be in range to stomp. I'd prefer not to, though. Casper, let's get you on forward. I'd like to keep you in tree cover for obvious reasons. That will keep you protected. See if we can't take out this striker here in the back. If we get a good couple of shots, we might be able to do it. If we hit a turret shot, it could be a problem. Okay, we hit a big hole in it, so we spread out the damage a little bit too much, so that does make it more vulnerable. Alright, I'd like to get a decent amount of evasion going here. That would be a decent amount of evasion, and that will also put us in perfect range to just absolutely blitz this guy. So, blast away. There we go. Primary target has been eliminated. We've got another vehicle moving on forward, but I think we can chase him down. I don't think he'll be able to get away from us, and if not, we do have River moving up the back. Although River is very vulnerable right now. She's only got a single injury remaining. If she takes one more hit, she's going down. That would be unfortunate. Striker rolling on forward. And going to shoot at the blackjack. Start to get rid of one of those evasions. Also hitting us with a whole bunch of missiles. Blackjack armor getting kind of thin. Especially on that right side. We're going to have to protect it. And the other vehicle, another striker. So these strikers are quite tough. The amount of damage that they can throw out because of their missiles. They're very well set up to handle groups like us. However, I do have 2 light mechs that they can operate. I do want to take a shot and then move, but I don't dare. Where's your weakness right now? The right side, so let us me jump. Yes, indeed. How about... Oh, yeah, it doesn't show in colors anymore, because it's vanilla. Although it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to get to the side, but I can get to the side on YouTube. Not quite that close, because we would be suffering from a slight problem of being too close for the PPC to be efficient. So we'll bounce off over here, stacking up a ton of evasion, and starting to go for the heat. If we overheat, we will cook. And cooking deals damage now. So if you're used to playing Rogue Tech, we're about to take some internal damage, but it's worth it. It was almost worth it, and kind of, we're going to work on it. So he's taking a little bit of structure damage. We don't have to worry about him shutting down unless he, totally overheats everything. But keep running around the back. Galleon's going to be moving next, which is unfortunate, because he also is probably going to be shooting the back of us. So he's moved slightly down the road. I'll probably maneuver my blackjack to take care of him. A laser is not actually going to make us any more unsteady. Energy weapons don't actually impart force damage, I suppose, which you can kind of consider. But we now get to move both of our mechs for free. So we're going to stride the Enforcer forward. I would like to get the small laser in range to do something, but we're currently stacking up all the armor. So blast away. There we go. Took out another one. So we're down to 1 striker and the galleon, and what we're going to do with Range Bolt to sort of pull him away from this striker, give him a little bit more protection, is we're going to have him stop. He will deal 80 damage to this tank. Oh, he can't get to it. Ooh, that is unfortunate. We're a little bit too close for efficient use of our AC2s. But we are very good at being able to use all of our others. 35, how about over here? 80, 35, and if I got right next to him? 80, 35. So that's not a concern. How about here? Oh, that's the sweet spot right there. So as much as I would like to avoid taking any more damage, I'm going to just back up a little bit. Do I have Vigilance? I have Vigilance. This will up our ability to move in the next initiative order, as well as give us being entrenched and guarded, protects us a little bit better. And we'll blitz him from behind. Whole bunch of AC2 fire and medium laser fire, and we tore off just the turret. Nice job. So he was able to follow up on that PPC hit, and we were able to take him out. We've got just the single striker now. The striker's going to maneuver forward. He's going to get involved with someone. Clearly the blackjack. Because the blackjack is vulnerable to his fire. We'll take a whole ton of damage, but the armor is holding the blackjack, managing to tank it well, which is kind of weird to say for a blackjack. River continuing her maneuver around the back. I don't think she'll be involved in this combat. Keep maneuvering all over here. But the commando will be well protected, and that is key. Reach. Yeah, you've got basically a free shot in his back, don't you? But I want to be able to combine it with Range Bolt. So, Range Bolt, if I come around to over there perfectly, that's our that's our sweet spot. So let's blast into the side of this mech, cause a whole bunch of shots. And tore him apart. Nice job. Alright, so we took a little bit of damage on the commando. We lost both torsos. Took 2 injuries on the pilot, which is very unfortunate. The pilot's probably going to be out for a while. And we also took a lot of internal damage on the Panther. But we accomplished a mission. We're going to get a whole bunch of parts. Probably... no, we're not going to get... we can build a Locust out of this. We will have this Locust because we are playing 3 parts now. So could have a whole bunch of LRM-10s. I'm not particularly interested. Could continue to stack on the small lasers, but we're going to go for the Locust, the guaranteed mech. That will help out a little bit. Gives us another mech. We can potentially sell it for cash. We got both of the small lasers. If you may not have noticed, I'm sort of collecting small lasers for secret reasons, as well as a decent number of SRM-6s and the ammo to go with them. We might modify a couple of our mechs, although we did just get a Locust 1M. So, SRMs on a Locust 1M, maximum speed and aggression, perhaps could be a way to go. Not quite sure on that. We may end up checking the mech lab to check it out. The mechs, I do believe, will spawn at full health and fully equipped. So there is that going for us as well. So, yep. The Locust 1M model is interesting in that it can churn out a decent volley of LRMs for such a small mech. It's a great harasser, especially if you can use its speed to lob missiles in the weaker rear armor of targets, but normally it has almost no armor itself. Alrighty, so we have River out of action for the next 46 days. Oof, we're gonna have to work on the medical bay. Not navigation, I wanted to check out engineering. Let's see how bad this is. So we do have, okay, so we're not gonna get a med upgrade until we pick up a habitat pod to get the next level of med bay. Oh, that's painful on so many levels. So she's out for a while. We need to protect our mechs quite heavily, though. We do need to repair these mechs. It'll take us 2 days and 7,800 C-bills, but let us do it. The Panther also needs a bit of a patch job. Whew, heave in more. So we really need to be careful about cooking it. What's wrong with you? Oh, no, it spawns completely empty. Alright, that's okay. It has a fusion core inside of it anyway. We got 6 tons to spare. If I max out the armor, we do not have 6 tons to spare. But I kind of would like to max out the armor. How many special slots you got? You've got 2. That's not enough. That's just not enough. Although I really, really would love to max out some more armor, because armor is going to be life in this game. As you may have noticed, our mechs are a bit under-armored, and they need to be able to survive some damage. So, reset. Oh, that is terrifying. I don't dare go into battle like that. Literally, a single medium laser will rip off this leg. How do I do this? 15 armor on the head. Wow. Single small laser will kill the head. Anything that hits anywhere on this mech will just murder it. It might even be a good idea just to sell it. Oh, it's a terrible, terrible mech. Okay, the Blackjack parts in the store. Griffin parts in the store, which we can actually afford one. And a quick draw part in the store, which we cannot. LRM plus an additional stability damage, which is useful against mechs, not so useful against vehicles. A PPC plus, ooh, that'd be nice, plus 5 damage turns it into 55 damage instead of 50 damage. It still generates 35 heat, which makes it kind of crazy, but hey. Plus 3 accuracy small lasers, so, you know, we could run up to people and stomp on them. And a single plus accuracy for plus 5 damage, so that's quite nice, actually. Couple of arm mods. This one gives us plus 5 melee damage. A cockpit mod for an injury resist. We may want to actually pick that one up. Jump jets, heat sinks, a targeting system plus gives us plus 3 accuracy on ballistics. That would be some seriously nice pieces of equipment. But it is a little bit outside of our cash range. So I really think I may just want to sell this thing. How much if I want to scrap it? 136,000. That is terrible. We'll put it in storage should we need to. So how long until I can have mechs back? 2 days. Or 3 days, because I have a replacement commando. I don't need that. So let's chug along. We're only 40 minutes into the episode. So 1, 2, and 3. And all stop, please. Thank you. Alright, so we're 2 days away from the commando. River's just not in this fight at the moment, so she's going to be out for a while. Need to double check our MechWarriors. After all, they could have gained some experience. Survey says no, Casper is not doing it. Range Bull is ready for his next level. Could pick up a tactics slot, but it's totally worthless, which is a shame. Piloting would give him a base melee chance to hit. I may want to get that stability threshold up, because they were taking a lot of hits. One of the things, and I'm trying to reduce to not mention too much about how BattleTech does things, but you are much less likely to get hit early on in BattleTech, and you can use that to your serious advantage. Alright, let's go take a nosy neighbors, or perhaps the trap is sprung. Reports of an agent transporting... I think we'll take trap is sprung. A single powerful mech? Yes, that seems like a good idea. And also that should hopefully reduce the number of targets that we actually need to worry about. So we'll go Trap and Sprung, and we will once again take the... Ooh, or Bodyguards. Because Bodyguards is a base defense, which means we will have people who help protect us. So... it's only a single skull. 4 of 18 priority salvage. Yeah, let's take that. Let's go take a mission against the people we've been taking missions for. But the 4 of 18 priority salvage is just too good to look at. We have a commando, and we also have Peace. Peace is back with us. Please, please, I'm begging you, do not be a pacifist. I really need you to hit stuff. So let's rock and roll. River, you're going to be out for so long. I'm sorry, there's just nothing I can do. It's really kind of odd that in BattleTech, injuries are not that bad. Compared to this, 46 days for 2 injuries. Whew, that is rough. Or maybe I'm just not used to taking injuries. After all, you do not get hit nearly as much in BattleTech, and stability is much less a concern early on. I mean, it becomes a problem later, but early on, it's generally you can keep things under control. Anyway, Bodyguards, we have a VIP at a base on Aleutian. We've just received a garbled transmission from the local agent that the base will be attacked by the Federated Suns. They're striking at the VIP, and they know our forces are not in position to come to his aid. We need a team of competent mercenaries to protect the facility and our personnel. 4 of 18 priority salvage, which is not bad at this stage in the game. 49,000 C-bills and a single skull mission. Let's drop down and see if we can't cause some pain. Although I'm becoming a little bit concerned about how much pain we can deal. That last mission did make me quite nervous. I'm thinking about modifying my commandos. Maybe rip off the SRM, throw on some more armor. That might be the way to go. Okay, do we have a line of sight? We do not, which is a bit of a problem. Okay, so defend the Turian Concordant base, ensure all buildings survive, escort engineering APCs to base defenses. Yes, they are much less well protected. Because we would like to have a light sniper turret. That would be extraordinarily helpful. Reach, we'll sprint forward in the Panther. See if you can't... Oh, we got enemy contact. Alright, we've opened things. 2 unknown targets. And do I have to get in the escort zone? It's not clear, and it's also not super important. Let us jump. Fly ourselves forward. Leaping into battle also gives us a ton of evasion to work with. Alright, on to the beginning. We have a scout and a heavy. Ooh, gotta be a vehicle. Must be a vehicle. I refuse to believe it's not a vehicle. Firestarter, FS9H. Firestarters are great. You want to steal them as much as you can because Firestarters are one of the best medium mechs, or best light mechs you can possibly get by. I think I want to stack as much evasion as at all possible. So this does put me very much out there, and I'd like to avoid that, so we're going to hold back a little bit. We're only stacking 3 evasion. Also got some sensor information. We've got unknown, unknown, and unknown, but good thing that we didn't just poke in there. We may as well just lob everything we got. If we get lucky... Ooh, we got lucky. Ooh, his leg has very much... His leg's gone? Oh, perfect. All right. We can follow up. We can take out his leg. That'll give us 2 Firestarter parts to be on this list. That would be great. Also, all of his equipment. So if we get lucky and just tear off the leg, we're in a great position. I want you to sprint on backward. No, walk. You can't shoot and sprint. Got to keep that in mind. I can get 1 and in cover. We'll do that. All right. Target is the leg. It's only a 15% chance, but if you make it... No, that did not go for the leg, unfortunately. Did damage him, and has made him less accurate. Our allied forces are wheeled APCs maneuvering. Apparently they need to get all the way up here. Ooh, this could take a little while to make happen. Enemies, the Davians, they are moving forward. Let's see what we got. Unknown targets coming up. Please don't be within range. Because if they don't end within range, he's not actually providing any information. Okay, now the Galleon is providing information. They can shoot at us with LRMs, which, as we saw on the Locust, was quite dangerous. Range Bull. Range Bull is in a perfect position to see if he can't remove this Firestarter from the equation. Mechs are very dangerous. Well, he tore off half the mech, so there's that, I suppose, run from him. Did damage to the leg a little bit, side torso pilot injury. So we've got 2 injuries on him so far. 1 more might actually kill him. So we tear off on the other torso. That's a pilot killed. Another wheeled APC moving forward, not within range to actually support anything. Enemies on their way up. And it's another Galleon tank. Unfortunate. Who's the heavy, though? Could be a striker. Strikers, as we have noticed, are quite painful to have to deal with. I want this Firestarter. I'm going to deal with this Firestarter as soon as possible. Cord it out. Oh well. Please don't tear off any more of this mech so we can at least salvage a couple of things. Pilot incapacitated. Not quite what I wanted. I was expecting them to be just a little bit more accurate when it came to blowing things up, but I suppose not. So, yep, it was indeed a striker. So we've got a couple of medium laser slingers and then the striker, who is, of course, going to be incredibly dangerous. Striker, how much armor do you got on the side? If I deal 40 damage, I will kill you. Peace is not in range to deal the 40 damage, which is unfortunate. Could I go... what's your frontal armor at? It's at... yeah, I would need more. But I can probably kill you. From the front? Oh, absolutely. Alright, so we will maneuver over here. We'll go for the stompy attack. See if we can't remove both galleons from the equation before they even come up. That would be ideal. Okay, one's out. That'll be a pair of small lasers and a medium laser onto the loot table, which is nice, because we're stacking small lasers in case you haven't noticed. I think I've mentioned that. Get a shot from the side might be the best way to go. And if we do kill him, it'll be only one person to shoot at me for evasion problems. Hit him, hit him, hit him, and there he goes. Alright, so we've got another medium laser and 2 smalls, so that puts both of our medium mechs available, and they don't get to react until the heavy phase. Wheel APC on the maneuver as fast as they possibly can. Range bowl! Let's go see if we can't kill something. Ooh, that's a very nice AC2 and medium lasers blitzing away. Although he's in tundra and he's getting this hot. Just imagine what it's going to be like when he's no longer in the tundra. Alright, we've managed to take out the initial vanguard target. That should give us a hefty cash increase. And these guys are still on their way forward, but they're not there yet. It's probably going to be another couple of turns before the base defenses come online. Oh, just in time. We are going to be able to actually react to that. Hopefully the turrets will come on soon. Do we have anything in sensor range at the moment? Doesn't look like it. So at this point we're just maneuvering to things that we cannot yet see. Alright, so where actually is... there it is. So the dropship took off from over here. So I suppose we need to head back. This will give us, of course, some time to chill out, which we desperately need. So we'll pick up the 4 pips of evasion as we just sprint on as quickly as we can. The Panther will also sprint on. See if we can't get a little bit of sensor information. This will give the Blackjack a chance to cool off, which... as much as the Enforcer has our big pinpoint weapon, the amount of damage that Blackjack's putting out is kind of ridiculous. And great, but kind of ridiculous. Although if I can get an AC5 in there, I am absolutely going to swap out both those AC2s. They are heavy, and they only do 50 damage in total. AC5 would be better. Engineers are in position and have disembarked from the APCs. The buildings are on. We just got to figure out where the enemy is now. Alright, enemy turn. They are responding, reacting, and doing things. We have something on sensors. Where would that be? Somewhere... oh, way up here. Ooh, a Javelin. One of the brand new mechs from the game. And not only a Javelin, but a 10F, a Fire Javelin. So the Fire Javelin, of course, equipped with 4 medium lasers. On a light mech, that's pretty significant. I mean, Rage Bolt only has the 4 medium lasers in addition to his other, his thingamabob. His PBC. Or, no, I'm thinking of, Reach. No, Rage Bolt has a pair of AC2s. So the question is, can I get a line of sight on this guy? And the answer is no. Oh, it is. Haha, we can. So we will be able to leap ourselves forward using our jump jets into the forest. Lots of evasion. 35% open fire. It's always a chance. You miss 100% of the shots that you don't make, and also that'll reduce his evasion for future rounds because he's already moved. If the turrets get involved, he could really have a problem in very short order. Now we have a large laser on the commando, which is kind of a long-range weapon in this game. Not quite, but kind of. However, we can't use it, so we're just going to sprint on forward as much as we can. We're going to get into the forest and the 4 pips of evasion, which appears to be our current maximum, and that will be lovely. Enemy is on the move. What will they do? Where is the enemy? Is it just the Fire Javelin at this point? Because he's the only one I see. Because they could be coming from all sides. I mean, I did see a dropship line over here, so that has me a little bit worried. Range bolt! Oh, you have a shot, do you? How good of a shot? The camera is definitely way slower than I'm used to. Take aim! Pair of 35, so we fired 3 35% chances. Unfortunately, we've missed him again, but he no longer has any evasion, so if Casper can get a line of sight with her AC-10, she might be able to break something hard, which, you know, we have hopes for. We have identified his second target, is somewhere off over here in this corner as well. The enemy is on the move. Unknown mech. Casper, the friendly ghost. No, she's not going to be able to get a line of sight. It doesn't look like. That is unfortunate. So instead we will sprint, get ourselves as quickly as far forward as possible so that we can follow up in a soon-to-be turn. Allied turrets Oh no, it's still the wheeled APCs, so they are getting involved as quickly as they can. They want to be up close and personal when they open fire with all the guns. And the turret, sniper turret blazing away. And quite a few hits. Oh, this javelin's going down. And see, that's why we wanted the sniper turrets online, because they've basically stripped him wide open. Javelin, of course, on the move, needs to regain his ability to maneuver. But Reach may just want to shoot. 55. Take him in fire. We're not even going to move. That's how confident I am of coring this guy out. And we did. Lovely. So that'll be a single javelin part. That'll be quite nice. And the first of the enemy down. We need to hold out for another 5 turns. Can we do it? Is it even possible? Potentially. Maybe. I think we have a chance. Don't tell them. Alright, so we're going to maneuver up another not quite great line of sight shot. But hey, 50%. Coin flip. Oh, we hit him dead center. And it's a Panther, too. So, heat sink destroyed. Panthers already have kind of problems with heat. Although, I'm wondering where that heat sink actually was. Because the Panther has all internal heat sinks, I thought. Or maybe not. He is packing a BBC. Which requires a lot. Oh, the buildings are under fire. That's a problem. Can't allow that to be. Range Bull, I need you to maneuver off over in this direction to start getting involved in helping out over there. But as you do, you're going to just sort of be blasting away as you're retreating. In a very Hollywood cinematic style. Managed to hit him again, open up more of his armor. He's having a bad day. The sniper turrets probably will be able to take him out if the wheeled APCs don't get to him first. Sensor lock, he's locked down, and his sensors are impaired, because sensor lock is no longer just a location move, it is also a counter move. So we've got more missiles incoming on the large military building. It has 600 health. Will it be able to survive? That will be the question. Casper, the friendly, well, enforcer, I suppose, maneuver right up here. We'll get a pair of shots, 50 and 55. One of them should statistically hit. Hey, we hit him with a large laser, and will that break anything? Well, SRM 4 crit, so he's very open. If the sniper turrets get involved, he's probably dead. So let's see more APC action on this one. Any targets? Any lines of sight? And the sniper turret's blazing away. Yep, and that took it right on down. Pilot incapacitated. So we have that taken care of over on that side. 4 more turns. The enemies are off over onto our other flank. We must do something about this incoming fire. Medium laser and a whole bunch of, well, not a whole bunch, but some LRMs. And what else do we got? Well, we don't see them, so we're going to have to get close as we can. They're losing about 100 health a turn, so let's get down to business. We have no time to play around. What is this? Alright, so the enemy has not been located as of yet. Reach! Bound forward! So hopping as quickly as he can, this will allow his Panther to eventually get rid of his heat, even though it's not doing it super quickly. And the APCs coming around, they've decided not to travel along the highway, but instead to go back across country. Probably because they're just adrenaline junkies and they enjoy driving across the snowdrifts. After all, they're making a car commercial with it. 2 targets have been located, opening fire on another large military building, so they are splitting their fire. That is very helpful. And lots of LRMs from him. Rangeable. I doubt we can't shoot at blips in this version of the game, so we just have to get underway. That both works for and against us. So more movement from the wheeled APCs as they zip across the landscape. The sniper turrets probably are not going to have a ranged shot either. Do I want to get up here with him? Maybe. Jump. Yeah, join peace. Whoosh, haha, the enforcer. Nimble and aggressive. That's why it was designed. Alright, we got a sensor lock coming down. It is a trebuchet. Ooh, give me a headshot, give me a headshot, give me a headshot. I want this mech. This would be a fantastic pickup. This would be another 50-tonner. This would be equipped with missiles. It's everything that we desire and require. And he's probably packing a pair of LRM-15s, which would hurt a lot if we got shot at by them. So we're going to have to do something about that. I may have boxed you in. Okay, that's fine. We can work with that. Bouncing time. On top of the buildings. How much health does the building have? 50 health. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. But I will bounce over here. Gives me 3 pips of evasion. Prepare to meet PPC Locust. 75% chance to hit. Oh, just gone. Instantly crushed. So there's no Locust anymore. We have just a single trebuchet, which I'd love to steal. You need to reserve, because I can't maneuver you in time. Allied forces are underway. Come on, sensor lock, put something down on him so I can do something about it. Actually, no, he'll move before I can get the sensor lock in, so move and then sensor lock. That would be ideal. Oh, he's pulling back. He's being smart about it. He's realizing that if he gets too closely involved, he could be completely overwhelmed and annihilated, which he desperately does not want to be. We will jump on forward. and just sort of continue to skip on through. Jumping with jump jets is an incredibly powerful technique in this game. Much more so, in my opinion, than BattleTech, because in this one, you are much more limited in terms of mobility. So the ability to move and shoot, like with jump jets, as we are about to do, is just phenomenal. Hi, buddy. Precision strike. Precision strike allows me to make called shots. Go for the head. 2%, may as well. So, got a hit. This will also reduce him in 1 level, so he will now be moving in the heavy phase. So we can get basically all of our mechs on top of him before we can do anything. Alright, another commando. Let's get ready. We're going to go for another called shot. Why? Because I want this guy. I really, really do. So if I can get a single good hit on his head, I can steal the whole mech. That's kind of my goal at this point. I've got to deal a pretty significant amount of damage, actually. Sensor lock going down. He is impaired and located. Come on, hit his head. Blow that head off. That's all I ask for. I ask for nothing else in this mission, but for you guys to basically do something that you're probably not going to do. Jumping, please. Get me closer. I want to hit him with my PPCs. Although that doesn't quite work out. We'll work with it anyway. Go for another precision strike. I want to hopefully tear his head off. Fire! It did not tear his head off, as the case may be. His CT is now open, so with the center torso exposed like that, he's probably going to die in the next turn or so. So I'm probably just going to amp up and fire every single call shot that I can. Because, oh, I don't. I'm out of call shot. 65, lob it. We hit his other arm. He's got lots of damage on him. I don't think the AI can eject in vanilla, so that's not a problem we're going to have to worry about. I was so hoping for a head hit. Really, really wanted a head hit. Because if we had managed to take his head out, then he'd just be dead. And it would be easy. Maneuver over here. Get everything into range. Blitz him. Yeah, we're just going to bore on through him. Unless, you know, he falls over. Nope. LRM 15 crit, so he's having a bit of a bad day. As one might have picked up from all the amount of fire incoming. When the Enforcer engages, I assume probably going to die. That's just my gut feeling on this one. Can't guarantee it, though. But Casper has that sort of lethal edge to her, it feels like. 65 and 70. How about if I tried to go this way? Because I would like to get closer to make those a little bit better. 65 and 70. How about if I just jumped right across this thing, picked up a ton of evasion? It'd be 85 and 85. So, as you can see, jump jet's best possible choice. He's been exposed, and there goes another torso. And that's going to hurt him quite badly. So, a pilot injury. We've got 1 on him. He is currently being messed with by sensors, so let's see what he wants to do. He is coming still forward, gonna open fire with all of his weapons down on the Panther, and missed. And by all of his weapons, I mean a single medium laser. So not really feeling the pain on that one. Alright, so all we need is, well, another 2 more pilot injuries. So a torn off torso, and if he falls to the ground, would kind of do it. Alright, back up to us.
I'm ready.
Reach, you are going to jump. And we will move through the unsteady terrain because I'm not all that worried about it. And do we cook? We absolutely do not. There's no reason to. And there goes the other side. Severe injury, so he's down to a single wound. But will he eject? No, he will not. He can't eject. He just can't bring himself to do it, even though it's objectively the smart idea. Thank you for doing it after I had basically eliminated the entirety of the mech, and so I'll probably only get 1, maybe 2 pieces of salvage. But yeah, that'll work. And yes, the entirety of the enemy forces has been eliminated. We managed to deal with the initial strike force before the reinforcements were even able to arrive, and thus made a concerted wheeling effort to go right back into the enemy and took them all down, including their trebuchet. Let's see how much of that trebuchet actually survived, though. Oh, we got it. We got it. The headshot counted anyway. So, we got a trebuchet. Nice job, everybody. Machine guns, small lasers, heat sinks, because they could be useful, a whole bunch of jump jets, and the like. What do I really, truly need from the PPC? I don't need it, but I wouldn't mind it. How am I doing on LRMs? 2 of those, I don't need those, because they're LRM5s. LRM5s are boring. Who wants an LRM5? Don't need a flamer. Bonuses times 4 ammo? Or just 4 ammo? It's probably just 4 ammo. Do I have any other parts? I do not. So I have no real reason to grab these. 50 tonner, that was a nice pickup. Medium laser, small laser. How many small lasers do I currently have? 4 is not enough for what I need them for. I need more. How many SRMs? 4. We may turn this into a Trebuchet 5S, which has 2 SRMs instead of 2 LRM-15s, because I like to armor my mechs a little bit. We'll grab a second backup PPC just in case we lose one. So 3 Trebuchet parts, and we also got the fire javelin part, so not a bad pickup there. The flamer with its 4 ammunition, 2 medium lasers, the PPC we asked for, 2 of the small lasers, so we're up to 6, yes. A pair of heat sinks, a whole bunch of jump jets, and some SRM4 ammo. Lovely, a wonderful pickup. That was a great mission. That last second pickoff piece, just bringing it home with that perfect large laser snipe of the head. After all those called shots we made, there comes Peace and just blink, perfectly fired. Loved it. And I'm actually quite surprised. I didn't realize that as long as the CT exists, you get all 3 parts. So that works. I mean, even though we tore off all the sides. So probably CT and a single leg will probably still give you. But anyway, one of the lightest dedicated fire support mechs to be found, the Trebuchet 5N can mount enough missiles to give even heavy units pause. However, trench buckets are known for running hot and don't have much in the way of protection. We will change that. We're going to send the Locust to storage, because I have no reason to keep it. It's a terrible mech. We don't need it. And stop by in the mech bay. Let's do a quick check, see what we got, see what we can do to this thing. So TBT 5N Trebuchet. Max out that armor. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. All the defenses you could ever want. And we have 4 energy and 2 laser hardpoints. So first things first, of course, we're going to go SRM 6. SRM 6, we're going to go full TBT 5S. And to back that up, we of course need a quartet of medium lasers. Actually, could just be a triplet. So if I go for the quartet, I have 3.5 tons. I dropped this down by 1, so now I have 3.5 tons in its entirety. Could go for a small laser. That might be a way to go. That would give me 4. What's my current heat efficiency? We alpha strike at 72. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Swap that out. Oh, it's a support weapon. I can't do that. Ooh, I forgot about that. Flamers are support weapons too. And I do need SRM ammo. So triple is what it's normally supposed to be at. And then I need 2 tons of SRM ammo. How much heat are we currently at? 30 for 60. Jeez, that's pretty rough. We are firing 12 SRM shots per turn. We have 100 rounds per bin. Yeah, I kind of do need 2 tons. I mean, we could maybe skirt it at a single ton, but that would be really close with things. And I do kind of need to trim enough armor so that I have enough tonnage for equal tons, because I don't have any half-ton equipment. And equipment would be... Ooh, I could go for the half-ton jump jet, but I think that I'll want more heat control, desperately. So 1, 2, that's all my heat sinks. That puts me at a heat efficiency of what? 36 to 60. I need it. 2 more heat sinks will put me at 42 of 60. The SRM6 might be a bit hot for us to handle. Maybe drop it down to an SRM4? That frees up another half ton. Although that would just allow me to go back up in armor. So if I were to do that, do I have an SRM4? I don't. Huh. Bit of a problem there with that one. So we're a little bit light on heat sinks. Check store, how much would they be to buy? Heat sinks are, of course, very useful. Although I doubt they're going to have things like double heat sinks. So 33,000, I will buy. Accept. And buy. Accept. Okay. Now we have enough heat sinks to actually do things. So we will be skimping on ammo and kind of relying on our medium lasers, which I'm not quite sure I'm positive about. This gives me heat sink in the head, heat sinks in the CT. That makes them well defended and less likely to die. Although, maybe I should do all the heat sinks here, because that makes this torso incredibly... Yeah. The thing that would do is it would eat up critical slots and make it less likely for this SRM to explode. This puts me up to 42 of 60. On a tundra biome, we can kind of handle this for a little while. Although this is going to have to be modified. I'm going to have to sort of relearn how to build mechs, thanks to the fact that we don't have a lot of other equipment that BattleTech brings to the table. So it's very interesting and refreshing to change the rules of the game for a little bit. This will take us 19 days and 4,600 C-bills to build, and we shall do it. This will be a nice increase in firepower. We may end up going more energy mech on this one, but we don't really have the heat sinks to handle it. It'll be interesting to see what we do with it, because I definitely want to keep a nice big beefy amount of armor on that one, sort of like our Enforcer. So that will give us our second 50-tonner. That puts us up to 3 mediums and a couple of lights. or 3 mediums and 3 lights at this point, and we even have a locust in storage that we're not going to use most likely. Oh, it's a terrible, terrible mech. 20 tons, just, I can't field it. But in any event, that's going to do it for today's first episode. Our brand new experience in urban warfare managed to already run into actually seeing a javelin, a fire javelin at that, and we've got its parts. We managed to pick up 2 brand new mechs. Now, to be fair, one is a locust, which we'll probably end up selling, but also a 50-ton trebuchet, which is a pretty good start, and we're basically turning it into a Trebuchet 5S with more armor, even though it's a 5M. So that'll be quite nice. River's going to be out of action for the next 43 days, but everybody else has been picking up experience quite nicely. Anyway, I've been Tarek. If you like what you've been seeing, hit the like button and perhaps subscribe. Leave your feedback in the comments down below. What should we name the company? It's currently Casper's Cohort, although we'll probably end up changing this icon too, see if we can find something a little bit more ghosty. Yeah, maybe hit that thumbs up, maybe subscribe, check out the rest of the channel. We play, well, normally RogueTech, but we've gone to Urban Warfare while we're waiting for RogueTech to update so that we can experience the new biomes. I'll definitely be on the lookout for a couple of city biomes. And I will see you all in the next episode.